I don't know how you're ever going to, in time. I mean, we have until April. Now, this passes in the Senate. Let's say this passes in the Senate, this new, all these new bills. And by the way, Biden just started another one on, for women, that might be living with a violent guy. I mean, I don't know if they're going to put the precogs in the milky baths to figure out who's going to be, beaten and who's not. But those who appear to be in a potentially violent relationship, they're going to go in and take away all the guns. Those who appear to be in a potentially violent relationship, suddenly they care about women again. Do they? So if they appear to be in a potentially violent relationship, there won't be any guns in the house, and that's going to help them. But the way he talked about this is really, really intriguing. I just, he's talking about real violence. Let me play Joe Biden's words that he himself spoke.
In a sense, it's both complicated and simple. We've learned that certain behaviors on the part of an abuser portend much more danger than other behaviors. For example, if an abuser has attempted to strangle his victim, if he's threatened to shoot her, if he sexually assaulted her, and there's a number of other signs, about 8 others, these are telltale signs to say, this isn't your garden variety slap across the face, which is...
So they're not looking for the garden variety slap across the face.
I'll have to ask my wife what the garden variety slap across the face is.
Well, that's just the normal everyday slap across the face.
I don't slap my wife across the face.
No. Not the type he's talking about. He's talking about just the garden variety one, the one everybody does every day.
Everybody does every day.
I don't slap my wife across the face. In fact, my wife would leave me.
No.
If I slapped her across the face.
You're talking about not the garden variety.
Right.
I'm talking about a slap across the face.
Right.
The garden variety slap across
Think
the
about
face
this.
that everybody does.
Your wife goes out to the garden to get tomatoes. The tomatoes are not ripe enough. She comes in. You slap her across the face.
That's
it's
a garden
very
variety.
Basic garden variety. Hey, you got the wrong tomatoes type of slap. It's not a bad thing. We're just talking about the very
How
basic.
does this guy...
I don't know.
How is this guy? How is he not the most
you...
hated man in America? Not the garden variety slap across the face?
Look at what they did with Todd Aiken and the hysteria over that. Joe Biden almost every day gives you a soundbite that bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's not...
so
we're not
bad.
talking about your garden variety bad statement. We're talking about Joe Biden statements. We're talking about, look, we're not talking about your garden variety slap in the face.
You're talking about violence against women in a flippant way. I'm not talking about your garden variety slap across it. What do you slap your wife in a garden variety way, Joe?
Let's call the White House. Please, let's call the White House today. When did Joe Biden stop slapping his wife? We're not talking about a bad slap. We're talking
just the garden
variety slap across the face.
Yeah.
Oh, that's...
It's unbelievable.